In last video from correlation chapter, we have discussed the graded problem related to the Pearson coefficient of the correlation. One or two students wrote in comment box that I should discuss equation related to the correction in Pearson coefficient of correlation if some mistake is over there. That's why I have taken today equation which have some mistakes. Suppose in equation I am read out the equation is over there. A computer operator while calculating correlation coefficient between two variable x and y, he x and y of 25 pairs, the observation obtained from the following result, that is n is equal to 25, sigma x is equal to 125, sigma y is equal to 100, sigma x square is equal to 650, sigma y square is equal to 460 and sigma xy is equal to 508. Later it was discovered that the time of the checking he has copied the two pairs observation x and y 6, 8, 14, 6 while the correct value was 8, 6 and 12, 8. Obtain the correct value of the correlation and coefficient. So in this question, a computer operator have calculated for the correlation value for the 25 items. The sigma x value is 125, sigma y value is 100, sigma x square is 650 and sigma y square is 460 and sigma xy is equal to 508. Later he was discovered that two value by him misread is 6 and 8 for the x value and y value 4 and 6. These are the wrongs. The right was 8 and 6 and 12 and 8. So find out the correct value of correlation is over there. So the value of correlation already not given, just we have to calculate the correlation. So the very first we have discussed wrong value. Wrong value and right value, correct value. The very first wrong value is x is 6, 8, y is 14 and 6. So x square will be 36, 64. Y square will be 14 square, that is 196, 36, and x value 6 multiply 14, that will be 84, 48. This is the wrong value. Wrong value was 6 and 8 and y is 14 and 6. So square of x, that is 36, square of 8 is 64, square of y square 14, 196, square of 6 is 36. And multiplication of x and y, that is 6 multiply 14 is 84, 6 multiply 8 is 48. The correct value was x and y, that is 8, 6, 12 and 8. So the x squared should be 64 and 36, y squared should be 144, 64 and xy should be 12 multiply 8, that is 96 and 48. So for correcting this, we will detect wrong value and 8 correct value in each of the item and then we will get the correct result. So suppose sigma x already we have got 125. So wrong value will detect. The very first we will add correct value, that is 8 plus 6 and detect minus 6 and minus 8. Correct value added, wrong value subtracted, so the value is 125. So x bar sigma is 125, n is equal to 25. Sigma y value we have given 100, correct value is 12 and 8. Adding correct value, we are adding, wrong value we are subtracting, 14 minus 8. So again this is 100. So the sigma y correct is 100. Sigma x square value The given value is 650. So correct value should be 8, 64 and 36. Wrong value should be subtract, that is minus 36 minus 64. So 650 is correct. So sigma x square correct is 650. Now sigma y square given value is 460. We should add the correct value, that is 144 plus 64. Here 36, 36, 64, 64. Okay. Correct value added 144 and 64. 196 wrong value minus 36 wrong value. So we have calculated here 64 plus and minus was equal and 36 plus and minus was equal. That's why 65 is 65. In first 125 we added 6 and added 8 and 6 and subtracted also 6 and 8. So the value is same. 100 added 12 plus 8 and subtracted 14 minus 6. So 12 plus 8 is 20. 14 minus 8 is 20. So value is same. Here 655. 650 we added 64 or 36 and subtracted 36 and 64. So correct value here. But here the difference. So we will calculate is 460. 144 plus value, 64 plus value, 196 minus value and 36 is minus value. So correct is 436. So correct 436. So sigma y square is equal to 436. And last xy, sigma xy. Last value we have to calculate, that is sigma xy. So for calculating sigma xy, given value is 508. Correct value will be 8, that is 96 and 48. So 96 plus 48 is correct value. Wrong value is minus 84 minus 48. So this will be also having some change. 508 is plus value, 96 is plus value, 48 is plus value, 84 is minus value and 48 is minus value. So that is 520. So the very first we have to do the correction of in between all the items is over there. Here sigma x is equal, sigma y is equal and sigma x square may be also equal. But it doesn't mean that in every question we will get the equal. In every question there may be some different. In by chance in this question sigma x no change, sigma y is no change and sigma x square is also not change. But the very first we have to do the correction is over there. So this is the corrected value. Now we will put this value in the formula and we will get the correct Karl Pearson coefficient of correlation is over there. So the very first for correction, what you have to do, what I have done, the very first you should having wrong value, that is 8, 6, 4 and 6, getting the square of this, getting the square of this and multiplication of this, and then taking the right value, that is 8 and 6, 12 and 8, getting the square of this and square of this and multiplication of this, and then firstly you check all these items whether these are correct or wrong. Then R is equal to n multiply sigma xy minus sigma x multiply by sigma y. In first n multiply by sigma x square minus sigma x raised to power 2 and n multiply by sigma y square minus sigma y raised to power 2. So only we are to put the value here, correct value, not this. So that's why you have to sign here, that is correct value. So that is 25, sigma xy corrected is 430, sigma xy is 520. I did not write here, but I remember that was 520 was over there. I have okay. So that is 520 minus value of sigma x is equal to 125 and value of sigma y is equal to 100. You be careful that we doesn't require these now, we require only these. And first square root, n value is 25, sigma x square, that is 650, minus sigma x raised to power 2, that is 125 raised to power 2 in second under root. Value of n is 25 Sigma y square is 436 minus sigma x square is 100 raised to power 2. So the value of r is equal to, we have to calculate this, 520 multiplied by 25, that is 13,000 minus 12500. It means here 500 is over there. Second, 25 multiply 650, 16250 minus 120 multiplied by 125, 125 multiply 125, that is 15625. Second under root. So in first under root the result will be 625. In second under root, 25 multiply 436. So value is 10900 minus 10,000. So there will be 900. So here 500 divided by 25 multiply 30. 625 under root is 25. Okay. So 500 divided by 25 divided by 30. So the result will be 0.67. So the corrected correlation is 0.67. So if some mistake is over there, whether one mistake may be over there, two mistake may be over there, though to solve these mistakes and correct calculations of the Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation, the very first we have to correct the value of sigma x by adding the correct value and subtracting the wrong value. Then we correct the sigma y by adding the correct value and subtracting the wrong value. Then we correct the sigma x squared by adding the square of the correct value and subtracting the square of wrong value. Then we will correct sigma y square by adding the correct value of y by adding the square of the correct value of y and subtracting the wrong value of y. And lastly we have to correct the value of sigma xy by adding the multiplication of correct value of x and y and by subtracting the wrong value of multiplication of x and y. Firstly we will get all the correct items, sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, sigma y square and sigma xy. Then we will use this formula to get the value of the correlation coefficient by the Karl-Pearson method. Easily we will get the correct value of the Karl-Pearson coefficient of the correlation. So I think this video is sufficient to learn how to correct the Karl-Pearson coefficient of correlation if any misread is over there and any mistake is over there. So I think this video will be helpful for you to know how to correct the coefficient of the correlation is over there. Thank you once again.